Good morning, Eric Muschinski, CEO of Elite Crowdfunder. It's Tuesday, February 9th, 2016. Just a quick voice note for those of you that are entertaining an investment in Uber at $38 a share. Very quickly, we have got about $400,000 worth of stock available through our partner Fortuna Funds. The shares will be gone at this price, at least, likely this week. We've got some verbal commitments. The 400 that's available is just in terms of the money that has not been sent in yet. I think it's a little lower as we get through the day. But I just wanted to address a couple things. One, I think we're lucky in getting access to Uber at these prices in a sense because Fortuna has already placed tens of millions of Uber with their high net worth individuals around these prices. And we were able to secure this last sliver of about $750,000 of Uber for our community. And if you look at Morgan Stanley and Bank of America, which are the only other firms in the world that are offering shares of Uber actively to individual investors right now, they've got a $250,000 minimum and they are offering it at $49 a share. That's just a fact. So we've got it over $10 a share cheaper. And the reason that Morgan Stanley and Bank of America are doing that is they're positioning their customers prior to what they feel will be a massive IPO later this year or early in 2017 that they will lead as the investment bankers. They'll probably bring in Goldman Sachs at some juncture here soon, and they're going to be the largest bankers in the world that are on the Uber IPO. However, if you're looking at the stock market, which has been terrible starting in 2016, I wanted to throw out an idea, which is something that I learned a lesson on a few years ago when, because of the market environment, I passed on a pre-IPO situation in LinkedIn at $21.50 a share, and the stock was trading at 80 plus 9 months later in the public market, and I was kicking myself. In the case of Uber, the only thing that will really put a hitch in the price of the stock in the private market as it segues into the public market is if the stock market crashes and we go into a recession. That's always possible, and it looks like things are getting a little tougher right now. So that said, we also have a $10 buffer in terms of where others are investing and we're investing. So I would suggest if you have a feeling that Uber is going to be huge and you want some skin in the game before the rest of the world, if you want to put $100,000 into it, put 50 in today and wait. And if we have a bad market that comes in this next quarter or two, if the market crashes, we will then, as your provider and partner, we will source more Uber at cheaper shares, at cheaper prices for our investors to get involved and add to their positions in, say, the summer or the fall or later this year. It's not a trade, it's an investment. So the things that are going on in the stock market today really, they affect all of us, but they're not necessarily valid in terms of what's going to happen in 12 or 18 months when we expect Uber to be one of the biggest IPOs of the decade. So that said, just an update. If you would like to answer any questions that you may have, feel free to email me directly, Eric with a C at elitecrowdfunder.com. Reach out to your Fortuna representative if you've been introduced already, and I would say address your questions soon because regardless of the market conditions, we will the $38 stock will be going away in the next, likely it's within the next week, if not the next few days. And we will have more Uber offered out, but it'll be closer to 40 or maybe even over $40 a share in the next few weeks. So if you're going to get involved, we'd love to get you involved as cheap as possible. Thank you.